let's get to Kyrie. If Kyrie was your teammate, what would you be saying? Especially if you're chasing a championship, how would you process this whole vaccination thing and everything else that comes along with Kyrie?
I would go upstairs and say, get him up out of here.
Mm-hmm.
Get him up out of here. We go in with a 2-punch and a great shooter and some rebounders like we got. Get his ass up out of here. Because now every day I have to answer questions about him and what he's doing. Get his ass up out of here.
Wow.
That's
You think that actually happens?
I don't know. But you asked me if I was on the team. Cause
yep.
Of course, if I played with him, I'd be in charge all the way, all day. So,
yeah.
I'd be like, hey, whoever owns the Brooklyn Nets, get them up out of here.
What are your thoughts?
So Shaq thinks that they should trade him or fire him or what?
I mean, get Kyrie's ass out of here. I mean, there's the quote. That's why I left this up on the screen. So I think it's really any option as long as it leads to his ass being up out of here. By the way, I want to point out how they didn't say out of as in O-U-T, second word O-F of. They said outa, O-U-T-T-A. And I'm sorry, I don't mean to just take it left, but is outa in the dictionary?
I haven't checked. I haven't checked out of there. I haven't checked with it last time, but there are some very, very unique words in the dictionary. So maybe they should just add it at this point, since everybody, if CBS Sports is using it, then it has to be anyways. So Shaq, this is tough. You know what I mean? Because I understand where he's coming from. Shaq is a legend. I want to say that. I have respect for his game and everything like that, but he has an opinion. He's allowed to have it. Do I agree with it? No. I think Shaq should take his big ass, sit it down, and stick to the commentating on the basketball games as they're happening. I think you should stick to that because you are an NBA analyst. You are not an analyst about people's personal lives and their personal decisions. I believe that you yourself have made multiple decisions in your life that other people probably wouldn't agree with. And guess what? You made them. And did the Lakers get your ass up out of here? O-U-T-T-A? No, your ass stayed there and you three-peat and you got a championship and you became Hall of Famer and all of that stuff happens. Kyrie made a decision, and all this hoopla, wah, boom, ba that you talking about that's going to be caused is not going to be caused by Kyrie and not going to be caused by the Brooklyn Nets, because if you spoke to them or if you've heard any of them speak, I believe they said they respect their teammates' decision. So who's causing this uproar? Who's causing the uproar? The media.
No. Hold on. You're missing one thing that Shaq said. He said, if I was playing with Kyrie, he would have influence on that decision.
Right.
Now we know Shaq's a big dog. I don't just mean like stature wise. Like he held some weight when he was doing his thing. You cannot deny that. He played
100%.
Absolutely. So regardless of where you want to you want to answer this question as far as like where Shaq was in his career, do you think, let's just say he was at like the peak of his career,
yeah.
best he's ever been, Shaq.
Yeah.
And he was playing
Superman.
and he was playing with Kyrie. Do you think he would have enough influence to get him or to get his ass up out of here if Shaq said so? Because that's what Shaq is saying.
Right. Let's just put it this way. Shaq was on a team with Kobe Bryant, and one of those players ended up being shipped up out of there, and another one ended their career with that team. So, Shaq, and that was Shaq at his peak. So Shaq at his peak could be Shaq at his peak if he wants, but it's about the team. It's about what the team wants. It's about what they need and they have to have going forward. And Kyrie Irving, regardless of how you feel about his personal decisions, is a key piece of the Brooklyn Nets. Like, is a key piece. Like, if he's missing, it's a big piece missing. It's not like something light. He's easy 20 plus points, 10 assists, and get you some rebounds every game. You take that out of a game, that's not something small, and I get it. He chose not to take the vaccine, and now it's possible that he's not going to participate in any of the home games. Once again, that is not his doing. He just made a choice that he felt is right for him, and sometimes your choices come with rewards, and sometimes they come with punishments. But guess what? it takes a stronger person to be able to stand up there and stick to their guns and say, this is what I'm going to do. There's those people. And then there's people like Shaq who don't have, I guess, a lot going on because NBA season is kind of stalled right now. So now he can't talk about games. So he's going to talk about people's personal lives. So,
well, there's that. And he's waiting for Adam Sandler to put out Grown Ups 3, which I would watch. But viewing public, I want to know what your thoughts are, man. This nigga looks mad stressed in this picture. I'm saying, but
it's because the earth is flat and he's scared that he might fall off the edge. That's why, according to Kyrie.
Yo, do you think that Shaq at his peak, when he was Superman, Man of Steel, do you think he would have enough influence, enough power to get Kyrie's ass out of here? Leave it in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe, man. All right. Well, I know you can't see her face, but you can see a little bit of underboob here. And Khloe Kardashian, she has a clothing line called Good American. And she has a commercial that's out. You can see she's topless. Again, note the underboob. And TV is just not feeling it. They are not feeling it. They don't want to play it. They think it's too graphic. Well, damn, on TV, we're going to play it on the internet, because if you could watch a lady have sex with a dog on the internet, you can watch Khloe Kardashian's Good American t-shirt. We love you, Khloe. Let's get into it.
It's just different this time. I feel good. I feel sexy. Like I don't have to keep looking. I think I found the one.
Good American. So I want to know, my guy. Well, let's find a nice little still there. Actually, let's go right there. Let's keep it right there. Is that too much? All right. All right. Well, they're going nuts over her being topless. So let's go with the topless image. Okay. So too much for TV. Now, I'm not a person who takes issue with, people's sexuality, do you? But the reason why I have to go there is because this is where they took it. They're saying it's too sexy, right? Lil Nas X, which by the way, I listened to his album Montero. I didn't listen to it. I did skim through it, and it's listenable. It's actually listenable. But anyways, with that being said, wasn't he tonguing some dude down and half naked on a stage and all that? And wasn't that on TV?
Yeah, I believe we spoke about that. I didn't watch it, but we spoke about it. I know.
Yeah,
that.
So I'm just trying to understand why Lil Nas X vision, because that's what it is, why his vision is allowed to be on TV, and a Kardashian, even take Khloe out of the equation, why her vision can't be on TV. Let's also keep in mind the Kardashian brand is about sex. That's all it's ever been about. So I'm just trying to understand why they would ban this, or why TV wouldn't be receptive to this, but they're okay with a Lil Nas X and his, I guess what some would call gratuity. What are your thoughts?
I mean, it's it's the double standard of the world, man. This is nothing new. Men versus women. It's the stereotypical Instagram nipple conversation. You know what I mean? Why can men show it and women can? It's the same thing. Blah 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 blah. If this was a man in this commercial and he was topless wearing the jeans, there'd be no problem. There wouldn't even be a blanket over him, and he'd be able to do it just fine, because I guess men's boobs are not considered sexual things. I don't know who's in charge of deciding that, but I know that my boobs, when I'm having sex, are very sexual. They like to get touched. They like to get played with. They like to get teased.
Alrighty.
around the areola area. Okay, so
we have them. We have them too.
Listen, I'm just saying. I'm just speaking from a man's perspective about manly things. Okay, so when you look at something like this, I mean, as a man,
hold on. I love it how you're confident enough in your masculinity to use the words areola and then manly things and this.
I'm glad you caught on to where I was going with that. Yeah, because I realized where I was going with it, and it was sounding a little skittish, so I had to bring it back on the rails. You know what I mean? So I was like, man, just say the word man and you're good. You know what I mean? It's like when you're having a conversation and you're like, and the guy's like, no homo. And it's like, well, I never really thought it was gay until you said no homo, but that's fine. That's fine. Anyways, so yeah, when I look at this, obviously as a man, I have no problem with it, right? I have no issues with this. She's not naked. I understand that a woman has a body underneath their clothes as well. So I personally am very confused with the double standard that the world chooses to have. Do I agree with it? No, but I understand that it exists in this world, and until we get over it, obviously we're never going to have just full out boobies on TV. But it's just funny to me that we live in a country, Canada, where where women are legally allowed to walk down the street topless. You can do that legally.
Yep.
You can walk down the street topless, but we can't to put it on TV in Canada or anywhere. That is blasphemy. So,
and and I just wanted to just top up on that really quick. To your point, men do not have a problem with this advertisement. Oh, and that to some they might be like, well, obviously, like she's beautiful and she's topless. Of course, you guys don't have a problem. But guess what else? I can bet anything. Women don't have a problem with this either. So where is the issue stemming from? Who has the problem with this commercial? Lil Nas X, half naked, tonguing dudes down. I'm not saying there's a problem with that, but that is okay to be to put on TV. But this 15-second commercial, we take issue with that. I don't know. Leave it in the comments, man. Don't forget to
maybe it's because she dealt with Lamar Odom. It's got
to be that. It's
the basketball
stank.
thing.
The stank. These
NBA players, man, they be doing wild stuff.
Well, Chloe, I just want to let you know we see you. And
hey, Chloe, Avatar style.
Hold on.
You're going to get the right picture? Okay, there we go.
Chloe, I just want you to know that we see you. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Deuces. All right, keeping it real.
Fun stuff I thought is you like to go to strip clubs.
Absolutely.
Which is interesting. So you have like a monthly outing.
Yeah, it probably averages out about that. Yeah. I mean,
how white was that?
Like, how much is the most you've ever dropped in an evening at one of those places?
10, 20,000?
Or $20,000.
Yeah, you don't really think about it because the booze. And you just want to make sure all the ladies go home with a little something.
$10,000 or $20,000? Oh my God.
Yo.
A little something.
That's the answer I wanted. Bro, like when you strip clubs. Nobody aspires to be a stripper. No girl is like, I can't wait to go home and tell mom and dad that I'm a stripper. It's just not something you aspire to do. So
unless you're rebelling against your parents, Okay, there, you could have the priest, the preacher's daughter who's rebelling.
That's true, but probably still not. What I'm saying, it's one of those occupations
I hate clothes, Daddy. Sorry,
you had to. It's one of those occupations that's not really celebrated. So reason why I say that to me is a must when a famous woman goes into a strip club to drop a lot of bread, it's to be like, because I put it this way, if I'm a female and I'm a stripper and another celebrity walks in, a female, I kind of feel embarrassed. I'm like, oh, she's going to be looking down on her nose, like looking down her nose on me. Like, look, I do this. I make way more than you and you're up there and dancing. You understand what I'm saying? So like seeing a woman come in and spending a lot of money supporting my life decision, whether that decision be temporary or not, supporting what I do, I think it's a little empowering. So I'm glad that she said that. I want to see these women go home with a lot of money, so I drop 10, 20 bands. I like that. It's kind of like giving back in her own way. I like it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this, man. I'm trying to picture myself, because when I heard this, I pictured myself being in the strip club with my mediocre income, feeling like I'm a boss when I go in there, because I'm one of those guys who likes to save up to go out. I don't have 10, 20 G's just to throw away like that. You know what I mean? So I'm going out to these strip clubs and I got my little wad of cash in there and I'm trying to make it last as long as possible. And obviously, you know, you get your little dollar bills, you make it last as long as possible. I see Gab Union walk in. I'm like, oh shit. Well, guys, I feel like we should just, you know, find another strip club to go to at this point because we are about to look real silly. All the girls that we had over at our booth, they about to leave. They about to go over there immediately because listen, once you walk in and you have a status like that, like a celebrity status, or even if you have money and people know you have money, if they're in a strip club, that's where they go in. Could you imagine being in a strip club as a man and all the women are with the other women? Like, why? I didn't come here for the beers. I gotta leave. I gotta go. I respect what she's doing. You know what I mean? I agree with what you're saying too. It's empowering the women. And me personally, I love when women are down to go to the strip club. I love it. I love seeing a woman get danced on by another woman and like she's boom, boom, smacking and all. I love to watch all of that. But if she's spending more money, I gotta leave. That's all I'm saying.
Well, you sound a little insecure. Viewing public, what are you...
I act my wage. Okay, I act my wage.
Viewing
That's
public,
what I do.
What are your thoughts here? What are your thoughts on women who
I know where I belong.
Going definitely not Magic City. Neither do I. I don't belong there. I can't afford
my city is not magical once Gabrielle Union walks in. Okay, my city just got very dark. I'm moving to another city. Where's the bus?
My city is definitely like East York's. Like that's where my city's at. Give
us like a few more years, man. Maybe we'll be that level where I'm able to drop 10, 20 G's at the club. We'll make a film out of it. I'm gonna bring this guy with me. We're gonna do a whole video.
Yeah, there's no way in hell I'd spend 20 grand in a strip club. But viewing public, what are your thoughts on women who enjoy going to strip clubs? What are your thoughts on Gabrielle Union going to a strip club? Do you believe that? I find it very interesting that she mentioned the one strip club that every single person in America knows. Like, obvious, if you've heard one rap song from Atlanta, you've heard of Magic City. But what are your thoughts?
That's Dwayne Wade's wife. Stop. That's Dwayne Wade's wife.
What are your thoughts? Leave it in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Make it rain like Usher did with them fake dollar bills with the Usher
bucks. With the Usher bucks. Yo, that's it. Yo, we just 2 bucks. Oh man.
No, I'm not getting beat up by no security
less than
guards.
the Usher bucks. Yeah, the Usher
Exactly.
bucks.
Thank you. Speaking of Usher bucks, so homie from Michigan. This is kind of a sad story. Gregory Jarvis, 57 years old, was playing Club Keno add-on game, The Jack at the Blue Water Inn. That was a mouthful. September 13th, when he won $45,000. 45 bands. Jarvis was unable to cash a ticket because he had an issue with his social security card, which meant that he needed to apply for a new one. In the meantime, Jarvis returned to the Blue Water Inn. The Blue Water Inn. Never going to get tired of saying that. And on September 19th, and he bought a round of drinks for everyone. Very nice guy. He was here every day, said inn owner Don. His boss visited the inn last Wednesday to see if they knew anything regarding his whereabouts. Whereabouts? He won $45,000. What do you mean, where's his whereabouts? He's spending his money. So it would seem. He never came home. Now, when you hear a story like that, at least for me, when I read it, somebody killed him. I mean, what did you think when you read it?
I mean, it sounded to me like, I don't know if somebody killed him, but I mean, it sounded very suspicious. Because it wasn't like we're out here looking for this person and this has happened. It just he was just found dead.
I mean, the cops instantly thought it was a homicide. $45,000, buying drinks for everyone. He's high signing. He's a target. Like, hello. But apparently, and this is not funny, but apparently what the cops are thinking is they were tying up his boat. He slipped and fell, hit his head, and that's when he ended up in the water. So no foul play suspected. An autopsy report had injuries. So man was found Michigan waters $45,000 lottery ticket on his person.
Yeah.
Now, the story's effed up enough, right? But what do you I'm sorry, viewing public, I'm going to test you here, okay? And I know you're going to lie, but try not to. It's the internet. We're never going to see you. You find a dead body floated up, right? Your first instinct is not to pat this person down, obviously. But if you're a police officer, you're going through the pockets, you're rifling through, you need to, get ID. You find a winning lottery ticket. Are you keeping that?
I'm giving them time to think about it. No, I know. No. I'm giving Deuce Gang. I'm giving them time to think about it. That's what that little break was, to think about the question, because that's not no light question. That's not a light question. That comes with heavy sauce. That's marinara. So you gotta let it simmer, right? You gotta let the marinara simmer. That's what the Italian people tell me. So listen, there's because now I'm thinking about answering the question. There's no right way to answer this question, so I'm just gonna answer it the way I would answer it. If I was an officer and there was a dead body and I'm searching it or whatever, and I found a lottery ticket, you better believe I'm gonna take it. I'm not even gonna delay my answer. You better believe I'm gonna take the ticket. I'm one of the guys who, like, if there was a drug bust and there's just a bunch of random cash sitting down there, I'm the guy who's stuffing 10 bands. I'm stuffing it in my belt. I'm putting it in behind my utility belt. I'm tucking it in. I'm Denzel Training Day. But once again, that's also why I'm not a police officer, because I know this about myself. I know these things. I wish I was, because maybe I'd be a lot richer. I would be very, very cunning, very, very debonair, but
look,
it's gone. The ticket's gone if it's me.
Okay. I'm not taking the ticket from a dead person. To me, that comes with way too much bad karma. However, you do create a scenario that I agree with. Drug busts, cash all over the place. Oh, hell yeah. I'm taking that. Not all of it. I'm not an idiot, but I'm definitely going to take some dirty drug money for sure. But I can't steal from a dead person. A dead person?
You're gonna feel guilty. What are you gonna be? You feel guilty. I'll be crying on my brand new satin sheets. That's what I'll be doing. Go ahead.
Viewing public, I want to know what your thoughts are. Please feel free
brand
to
new
in
silk.
the comments. Remember, we can't
Soft.
see your face. We don't know who you are.
Elegant.
And you'll have
three bad bitches with me.
I don't know what kind of life you think you're gonna get.
$45,000. I got at least a good week with 45 G's. I'm about to have the best week ever, and I don't even do cocaine. So it's about to be even more money to spend.
You sound as ridiculous as T.I. saying Boozy Badass is the official representative of cultural authenticity.
I mean,
hold on, I have to say that again. T.I. says Boosie Badass is the official representative of cultural authenticity. Now, the Baton Rouge rapper, Boosie, his Instagram page was removed this week yet again, following the promotion of Boosie's new biopic, My Struggle. By the way, he's made $1 million from that so far. So it's crazy. Yeah, I know, right? So on the 29th of September, T.I. hopped on IG to question why Boosie's account was taken down. So here's a quote from T.I. But why they keep fucking with Whoa?
Is that what T.I. sounds like?
But why they keep fucking with Whoa? T.I. wrote alongside a screenshot of a tweet Boosie shared, revealing that his IG had been deleted. And then he says again, can't they see the culture has spoken and has appointed him as
no, you can't just get rid of the T.I. accent. You can't just get rid of it. You got to continue. You started it up. Let's go.
I know, right? Can't they see that the culture has spoken and has appointed him as our official representative of cultural authenticity? Disrespect to him is disrespect to us, with exclamation marks. Now, for starters here, I think this is straight and to the point. T.I., I love that you support Boosie, as you should. But who the fuck? You're the king of the South. Get it. But who the fuck gave you the authority to knight Sir Boosie Badass as anything really that speaks to the culture officially? Because I'd like to think I'm a part of the culture, even if it's in a very, very microscopic way. I'd like to think so. I didn't sign off on that shit. I didn't sign off on either side. I didn't say, T.I., you know, we're going to give you this power. If you find someone that you think is worthy of this title, you go do that.
Like the Queen of England.
Thank you. And I damn sure.
Sir T.I.
And I can guarantee you, Boozy, as outspoken as you are and as wonderful as you are, some of your messaging is great. There's no way in hell that I would say, yeah, you're the guy. Period.
You know why I feel like he said that? And listen, I'm going to support T.I. on this.
Of course you are.
That's where I'm going to start off by saying. So we just get that out of the way so you don't interrupt me when I speak. I've said this before about Boosie. I'll continue to say this about Boosie. Boosie just needs to learn how to communicate what it is that he's saying. There's so many things that Boosie has said that has been deemed controversial that I agree with. I understand the point that he's trying to make. And why I feel like T.I. said that he is the ambassador, the brand ambassador for this brand that nobody's ever created, is because he's so outspoken and he says the things that a lot of people who look like us think, but they don't want to say it. And I mean, when I say that look like us, I'm talking about those in the celebrity atmosphere, those who, if they say these things in public, there might be a lot of big backlash against them, so they don't say it. They stay quiet. Boosie's one of the few people who says, you know what, I'm going to have to say it. And because he has a platform of people that watch him, and because he has this following, you could say that what he says, because it is an opinion that people have, does affect the culture in one way or another. Now, does it affect the culture to the scale that T.I. is giving him? Questionable, you know, but T.I. uses big words. And once you start using words with more than 5 syllables, people get confused. So maybe he was able to confuse them with some big words. His vernacular, as they say, vernacular. It's only 4.
Almost. Listen, T.I., thanks for coming out. Appreciate that. You have your own situation that you need to be worried about. We haven't forgot. Okay.
You are a beast.
Forgot. Yo, T.I. was quoted when he was referencing his alleged accusers. I do not negotiate with terrorists.
That was a quote that he made?
I do not negotiate with terrorists. He called them terrorists.
Yeah.
But terrorizing his life, yes. He called him, I just want to say that. So clearly, T.I., keep your focus over here. Make sure that's good. Okay. And once that's all cleared up, then you come back over here. But I'm rooting for you. Viewing public, what are your thoughts here? Do you think Boosie wears the crown over his box cut? The box cut,
It's called a Boosie fade. Yeah, it's not no box cut. Will Smith had the box cut. Fresh Prince. That's the box cut.
I had the box cut back in the day too. Damn,
me too. I had the Bobby with the slant on it.
Yeah, me too, man. And my part was dyed. And all. Listen, man, leave it in the comments. Don't forget to.
I got the pic too. I gotta find it and send that to you. The pic.
Oh man, that was one of my graduation pictures. That shit.
Yo, don't kill me.
Listen, we're in the wrong business. When I was growing up, I used to draw, and I actually used to draw pretty well, not just cartoons. I used to draw like people and shit. I used to draw good. But you know, when you don't like focus in and you lose interest, like that shit, it's not like riding a bike, basically. Art is not like riding a bike. You could lose that shit. Right. But I guess for some people, it doesn't really matter because you can still make a ton of money, whether you can draw well, draw poorly, or not at all. All right. So Artist gives museum 2 blank canvases after being paid $84,000 to produce an art piece. Now, here's the best part of this whole story. The artist, who is a real artist, by the way.
The artist formerly known as a real artist. Go ahead.
He named the pieces that he was paid for, Take the Money and Run. He named the pieces that he was paid to create, Take the Money and Run.
See, You see this shit right here, man. This is why I hate artistic motherfuckers, man.
There's more. Oh boy. So in an interview with CBS News, the museum's director, Lassie Anderson, said the money had not been put into the work. Yo, fucking think. The money had not been put into. He handed you 2 blank canvases. They even so basically what so here a little quick backstory. They seen the guy's work before. They were like, "Hey, your shit is great. Can you recreate that work for us and create 2 original pieces? $84,000." They were even willing to offer him another $7,000 if he needed it to help him finish the pieces. He's
Right,
like,
because
nah,
paint is super expensive.
yeah, he's like, nah, 84 is good. Don't worry, I got you. And then he handed them 2 blank canvases and he named it Take the Money and Run. Now, here's the funny thing, because we've talked about this before where they sold like an empty space and all that. We talked about that. But here's the funny thing. I know this is going to happen. This museum is going to take these 2 blank canvases. They're going to put them up on the wall in their museum and they're going to title it as such. And stupid motherfuckers are actually going to go to this exhibit to see basically a blank piece of paper.
So why like listen. Ain't no shock over here on this side, man. Ain't no shock on this side now. Boom, boom, boom. Blank canvases every day. Boom, boom, boom. Because when Kanye sold that shirt.
Good point.
And the Met Gala served that food, I knew rich people were dumb. Boom, boom, boom. Listen, man, how many examples of this do we need to see, bro? People have been buying stupid shit for all time and passing it off as art. People have been doing this. What was Kanye's cover art was the opposite of this. They're both artistic geniuses, I guess. Right? They both came up with the same concept. This is why this art world and is all subjective, and all these paintings and these artists that paint these things. You know what I'm saying? I know how much paint costs. I know how much a blank canvas costs. And the fact that this man got 84 G's and they were willing to give him 7 more G's, I would have taken your money and fucking run too. You guys are idiots. You're dumb. Who pays for a product, especially something like a painting, which is highly subjective as to its value? The artist is a good part of it, but people at the end of the day, they're going to determine the value. If nobody wants to buy it, you know, it's not like this is Michelangelo giving you a blank canvas. Michelangelo could provide you with a blank canvas and that bitch would sell because it's Michelangelo, but he's also dead. And it took hundreds of years for him to get to that level. There's no artist that's alive that could give you a blank canvas that's worth $84,000, but y'all were willing to pay it. So I'm going to take your money. I'm going to say thank you, and I'm going to run with it. And you guys go figure out what you're going to do with that blank canvas, you dumbasses.
So the dumbest part about this.
Oh, there's a dumber part?
It is the museum's director or whoever was in charge of cutting that check, they should be fired.
You didn't see nothing?
No. How about this? Have we not heard of front and back end? How about I'll give you 20. I'll get you started. You know, I'll get you started. I'll cover some of your living wage, whatever. I'll catch you on the front and then I catch you on the back. Put something in that contract that doesn't hold you liable, or it's not considered breaking a contract if upon the delivery of said piece, certain level of satisfaction comparable to previous works is not met. It's not going down, but you can still keep the front end. Who just cuts a check for $84,000 and says, I'll wait?
Not just I'll wait, but excuse me, I just noticed that it's been a few weeks, and I'm not sure if you need more, but we're willing to send you $7,000 more without seeing anything. What is wrong with these people? Listen, we're in the right field. We're in the right field because there's no way that we could provide a video of just blank screen. Just us staring at the screen. Just us staring at the screen for 5 minutes.
We're doing that. We're doing that. We're doing that.
And go viral.
We're doing that.
We're definitely not.
The sad part is it's probably gonna be our most viewed video. Viewing public, wait
till we get a million followers. You know, everybody does their like 1 million subscriber video.
That'll be it.
That's ours.
I want to know what your thoughts are on this,
Art.
especially the artists out there who look at the world through a different lens. I don't know. I'm not even going to try, but leave it in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And
Jackson Pollock, baby. Jackson Pollock. Shout out to you.
believe it or not, there's something dumber than that. Missing man joins hour-long search party for himself. That's good, right? I think it's good.
Yo, I'm usually not one for the hotlines, but that is
That was
hot
good. That was good.
bar.
The Turkish man named Beyan Mutlu had too much to drink and wandered away from his friends in the rural neighborhood. And he ended up lost in a nearby forest, which caused panic within the community. As of Tuesday, his friends reported him missing, and search crews desperately began looking for him. So he more or less was walking around, seeing this big group of people, and was like, okay, let me try to help out. I'm assuming he had a conversation with somebody who didn't know who he was that was a part of the party. He's like, yeah, I'll help. And it took hours before they realized this is the guy they're looking for.
Yo. So two things right quick off bat. One, first off, worst search party ever. Ever. How you gonna be searching for the guy that's with you and not know that like this guy at some point had to walk by other people in the search party with them. They're right there with you, and you're searching for this guy, and you don't realize that he's a man with you right there beside you. Second of all, go. What do you guys say?
No, please, go ahead.
Okay, so second of all, my guy. Well, that's my name actually, but let's apply it to this guy because he's same concept, I guess, in this idiocy. But how drunk do you have to be? What level of drunk do you have to be where I want to find this? I've been looking for this comfortable medium of drunk my whole life, because for me, when I drink, I either feel like I didn't drink enough or I get the signs that I drank too much. I want to know how to get to this guy's level where I'm coherent enough to perform a search for somebody. Like with other people, I know what I'm doing. I'm looking for some, but not coherent enough to know that it's me, the person that I'm the one that I'm looking for. So I need to find that comfortable medium.
You know when they say you shouldn't drink and drive? This guy can drink and drive. He's found that balance. I'm pretty sure that he would be successful in a winter storm driving after drinking a 40 ounce of anything. He's found the medium. He's found that sweet spot. But viewing public, what are your thoughts? Me personally, I want to meet this dude. And he's definitely somebody that I want to party with.
You cannot make this shit up. That's fantastic.
But leave it in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I've never been a part of a search party before.
For yourself?
Well,
maybe
definitely
because you have mirrors in your house.
And I know what I look like. Now, I'm a bit excited for this. I'm in the middle. Super Bowl 2022 halftime performers revealed: Dr. Dre, Kendrick Lamar, Eminem, Mary J. Blige, and Snoop Dogg.
That's at the Super Bowl halftime this year?
Super Bowl 2022 halftime performers revealed: Dr. Dre, Kendrick Lamar, Eminem, Mary J. Blige, and Snoop Dogg. This reminds me of... Look at your face, right? This reminds me of Up in Smoke, 99, 2000, like 2000, when Aftermath was like basically the entire world. This reminds me of those days. This is incredible. This is amazing. This is also sad. It's incredible and it's amazing because all these people are on the stage at the same time. Mm-hmm. So as I read Dr. Dre, I was like, oh my God.
Right.
But sad because we know the NFL is effed up, and the only changes that they've made is they now have a black national anthem, which I also think is ridiculous.
Right, because that's just segregating even more.
Exactly. So
NFL, I'd just like to send you a memo. The problem is segregation. That is the problem. Don't do it more.
So now, could you imagine for a second being at the Super Bowl? I mean, I guess by then they would be used to having both national anthems, but just roll with me. So being at the Super Bowl and they play both national anthems, a bunch of white people are pissed off because you just had this black national anthem.
Are white people allowed to sing the black national anthem?
It's a great question. I would be okay if one of my white brothers or sisters were singing the
Christina Aguilera?
I don't think she should even talk.
There we
But
go.
what I'm saying though is I would imagine, you know, if you were upset about that, and then now you have a halftime show with a bunch of niggas, basically. And that sounds crazy, but this is the NFL we're talking about. So when you also take that into consideration, it don't sound that crazy. So again, I think it's dope that all these people are going to be on stage, same performance. I don't know if they're going to be on stage at the same time, but same venue. But I also think it's sad because the NFL has a lot of problems, and them doing business with the NFL, Jay-Z, doesn't really motivate them to fix these problems.
Right.
So I don't know, good and bad.
I'm torn, man. I'm torn because I'm not gonna lie. I love me some football. I play fantasy football. I watch that thing every day that it comes on, the Thursday, the Sunday, the Monday. I watch it all the time. I love the sport. I admire the players and their dedication to the game. But like you said, there's other aspects of the NFL that have nothing to do with the actual sport itself that are making it look bad. And, you know, I've commented on stuff like this before, and I'm going to continue with my same track of opinion. To me, this is just like that year when the Oscars gave Halle, how many times have I mentioned this? When the Oscars decided to give Halle Berry and Denzel Washington pity Best Actress and Best Actor awards. Wasn't even for their best movies. They just, that year there was a whole bunch of controversy around black people. You can go back and Google it for all the people who don't know what I'm talking about and see what was going on around that time. It was Trayvon Martin. But anyways, so this right here, when this is overkill. This is overkill by the NFL. I don't know if this is an attempt to, if they feel like, you know, black people are so slow and dumb that because you provide us with so many of our favorite stars that we're going to be able to overlook and forget all the things that have happened in the past, which, you know, some people will absolutely forget about it. It's true. It's going to happen. They already have forgot about it. That's why all these artists are so willing to perform during halftime. Because if this is the joke, this is the sad part and the joke. If these same artists were asked to do this Super Bowl, what was it, last year or the year before, whenever the NFL was under their heavy scrutiny and black people weren't supposed to support them, if they had asked all these artists to do it, they wouldn't have done it. They absolutely would not have done it because they would have been worried. They would have, Snoop Dogg would have said something about, oh no, they don't, Colin Kaepernick this and kneeling that. And
Snoop Dogg just shit on the Emmys. We just talked about it.
Right.
Go ahead.
Because we already know how he's opinionated like that. But you see, now it's not something where it can affect my money. So now it's okay to perform. And not only am I going to perform, but we're not just going to allow one person or two people like we normally have at the Super Bowl halftime to get the 15 minutes. No, we're going to split it up. So each person's going to get what? A minute, 30 seconds? What is this going to be? A medley of classic hip hop and R&B? For our medley, so that we forget about the fact that all the bad things that they've done, man. This to me is just, it's horrible. I don't like it.
Can I add one more straw on the camel's back?
Sure. Why not?
In case you guys were unaware, people who perform at the Super Bowl, they don't get paid. You know that, right?
Right. I didn't know that. Yeah, I know that.
They don't get paid. Now, here's the great thing about the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl is great for business, advertising dollars. You know how much? I can't even fathom the number that it costs to get an ad run during the Super Bowl. So here's the funny thing. We're like, oh, this is so great for black people because they got a whole bunch of our favorite black stars.
100% a bunch of people are saying that. They're like, this is going to be the best Super Bowl halftime ever.
But and here's the thing, and everyone is going to watch it. All these black people are going to watch it. And why wouldn't they? But guess what that means to the NFL? they can charge a shitload of money for advertising. So what are they doing all over again?
Good
Slave
point.
shit, pimp shit.
That's a good point.
Go out there. These artists are not even getting paid, but because they know you are gonna watch it, they can now up the cost on advertising during the halftime show.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Just saying.
Mm-hmm.
You know what else is kind of crazy to me, and we can leave it there. How come these brothers and sisters, and I include Eminem when I say brother, how come these brothers and sisters didn't just say, "Hey, let's just go do a show on our own"?
I like the way you snuck him in there.
I'm just saying, why didn't they just say, "Hey, let's just go do a show on our own. Take the proceeds, donate to this, to this, to this, to this"?
It's isn't. I didn't even want to touch on the people that are actually performing because it's shocking the people that are performing that have decided to participate in this, knowing their stances on so many other things that have to deal with these exact same issues that this league has. But like you said, like I've said, like we've always said on this thing, people don't care. They're fickle. It's not a trend right now to dislike the NFL. It's cool again. Jay-Z's working with us. Throw the football. Catch.
Nigger. Leave it in the comments, man. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And yes, I will be watching on YouTube, not the day. All right.
I'm gonna be watching.
I know you will, obviously. Say hello to Astro, Alexa on wheels. What's that?
Yeah. You're a Jetsons fan because every time we talk about something from the future, you like to reference the Jetsons. Do you remember Astro from the Jetsons?
Obviously.
Right. It was a dog, but anyways, the difference between that it was a dog. It's not a robot, but the point that I'm getting at is that it was a friendly companion who was able to monitor and watch and make sure everything was being, secured and all that stuff like that, which is exactly what Amazon has created here. And it's right now it's in a trial phase where you can actually apply for an invitation to receive one of these as a trial. And the invitation, if you do get accepted, so once you have to apply, you get accepted, then you have to pay $1,000 and then you will receive this robot. Now, what makes this new Amazon creation so amazing? Amazon has gone into so many things, spaceships, they've gone into self-driving cars, self-driving delivery services, they've got into logistics with all these other things. What makes this robot so special? This robot is something that once it enters your home, it does a quick little scan of your home. It does a quick little scan of the people within your household. It pays attention to their likes, their dislikes, their schedules, what they do, what time they wake up, what time they go to sleep. And it records all these things and it allows it to monitor and help you with tasks throughout your day. So essentially, it's a monitor system. It's a Google Home. It's an Alexa, all in one big bottle. And if you're a parent, because this is why I figured this would be interesting for the parents out there. If you're a parent and you're one of those parents who this is your first child, so you got that child in bubble wrap, and the bubble wrap is surrounded by laser beams, and the laser beams have a wall full of cameras around them. This is something that allows you. This is something that allows you to feel a little bit more secure because it actually can monitor your kid for you. So go around if your kid, if something's going on, a message can be sent to you. Boom, boom, boom. Just one of the many tasks that you can have for the low price of $999 and $1,500 when it comes out on the market.
I only have two things to say about this story.
As a parent, you have to end with that. You have to say as a parent.
No, not at all. Fine. As a parent, I wouldn't get this. Three things. Now, second thing. Would you get this?
No, I have no need for this.
Okay. So the reason why I asked you that question is I'm pretty sure a lot of people who are against the vaccine want this. And you just heard how intrusive it is. Gotta have it though. Second question. As a dog owner, right? Because I was watching The Circle on Netflix, great show.
Yes.
And one of the questions from the new season was, do you kiss your dog in the mouth?
Right.
You kiss your dog in the mouth?
No.
All right.
No, I don't.
All right. That was question A and question B. Is it weird to change in front of your dog or have sex in front of your dog?
That's up to my dog. Listen, I'm doing what I'm doing, and I ain't got time to think about things otherwise. Have there been times
you don't put the dog out?
Bro, stop this. When I'm having sex, I'm having sex. Okay. Nobody's concerned about where their dog is, or I'm not concerned about where my dog is or what he's doing. There's been multiple times where I've been in the doing the deed, in the act, and
I love how you say multiple, like anyone's believing that.
Oh, like okay, whatever. You know what? You're a dick. You're a dick. He's sitting down. He'll be just sitting down, just watching. He'll come in. He'll leave the room. I can hear his little foot pattern. That's what's hilarious, is I can hear his foot pattering in and out. But hey, listen. Sometimes you gotta maintain your focus. You have priorities. You got things you have to achieve, goals you want to amass to. You know what I'm saying? So I stay focused.
Oh,
I stay focused.
Lord. Viewing public. I don't even care about the Amazon dog anymore. I like whatever. Are you slamming in front of your dog? Are you slamming in front of your dog? Because a lot of people look at their dogs like kids. I'm not having sex in front of my kid. So are you slamming in front of your dog?
Listen, it's not like I'm bringing my dog in the room. I'm just saying there's some times where, it gets so heated, it gets riled up to the point where I'm not able to remember if I close the door fully or not. If I don't close the door fully and he chooses to walk in, what am I supposed to do? Stop, turn around, be like, hey man, get out of here. No, that's not happening. I'm already occupied. We'll deal with that after.
Leave it in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Not getting that dog though.
The ladies know what I'm talking about. Doggy style.
Lady, not plural.
You know what? Stop this.
All right. So grieving daughter begs Ontario mandate vaccines for long-term care staff after vaccinated mother dies. By the way, RIP to the deceased. And I knew you wanted to talk about this because this is an old story. You sent it to me like last week, and then he sent it to me today.
Well, it's a few days old. It's a few days old now. You're right. It is an old story.
And anyways, go ahead, get your points off because I know where you want to go with this, but please.
Yeah, at first I didn't want to talk about it. Because it's just ridiculous. I just thought it was a funny headline. Where the blame was being placed by this lady after her mother got vaccinated. She was blaming the unvaccinated healthcare workers. Like the vaccinated ones couldn't also be the ones who gave it to her. It's also possible. But the reason why I wanted to talk about this,
that's a good point.
Right. The reason why I wanted to talk about this specifically, and but let's let Deuce Gang know, is because what they're talking about now is making it mandatory for all people in long-term care and healthcare and on all these fields, making it mandatory for them to get a vaccine. And I don't know how I feel about that. Of course, they're around. If you're in long-term care, you are consistently surrounded by the people who are most vulnerable to this virus. So I understand people wanting to, get everybody in there vaccinated. But as I said to start off, and as I said very briefly, and I'll touch on it 1 second again, just because you're vaccinated, it doesn't mean that you are not able to spread the virus as well. You can still do it. So you can't just put the blame on the people there that are unvaccinated and say it's only them that are spreading this. That's what I have an issue with. But how do you feel about them making it mandatory? Do you think that people working with people like this should have to get the vaccine?
The answer, of course, is yes. And it's not for the reasons you've just described. It's not so you don't pass it on to somebody else, because we know that's still possible. Right. The answer is to protect yourself. So I would ask you a question. Professional football, pretty dangerous sport, right?
Yeah.
You wouldn't go play professional football without a helmet. If you're a cop, they don't even allow you to walk the beat without your vest on, but you wouldn't go to a shootout without a vest, even if you have a vest on, right?
Right.
Just because you have a vest on, bro, doesn't mean you still running like, no, you still duck for cover behind shit. So you're protected with the vest, but you still take precautions. You don't just go ham. So the point that I'm trying to make is absolutely. I use those examples to run parallel with somebody who works in long care, somebody
Right.
long-term care, somebody who works in a hospital where a COVID unit
In the ICU, right?
the ICU. Of course you should wear it, and just of course you should be vaccinated, and of course you should wear PPE. If it was up to me, I'd be head to toe in that bitch. Just because I'm vaccinated doesn't mean I'm a. So like the
okay.
Like,
So let's make a hypothetical situation. We have a healthcare worker. Doesn't matter where they work. ICU and long-term care, I think, are the two most probably. I think you'd agree the two most probably influential as far as healthcare and where people are most susceptible right now. Like where you feel people should be vaccinated the most. Do you agree with that? And like,
I feel like if you work in a hospital, you should just be vaccinated. But
okay,
sure, go ahead.
So to touch on that, let's just say that there's a person that's been working there. I've been working there for 10, 15 years. You know, I have plenty of experience. This is what I've wanted to do my whole life. I don't really know anything else. This is my dream job. And now this pandemic has come up out of nowhere. Like, it's not like it was planned or anything like that. It's come up out of nowhere. I have all the information that everybody else has. In fact, I might even have a little bit more because I'm working in the hospital or in the long-term care. And with all of that information that I have, there's still something in me that says, you know what? I don't feel comfortable getting this. I just don't feel comfortable. I understand what it's for, know all the facts, but I'm not comfortable getting it right now while it's still in clinical fucking trials. So let me wait to see what happens. Now your job comes up to you and they say, listen, you either get this vaccine or you got to leave.
So
how can you make a decision?
So to answer that question, they're giving you a choice. Okay.
Are they?
Hold on, let me finish. They're giving you a choice. It's an unfair choice, but they're still giving you a choice. So if I was put in that situation, because I didn't get the vaccine when it first came out, I waited. Right. I would quit my job.
See, that's wild though.
I want to hold on for a second. I also
you can't just hold put that.
Hold on for a second, bro.
Okay. Sorry, man. I get heated with this because it's just like, I know you have a kid, bro.
I have a kid. So the reason why I have to say that is because I have a kid. I have a mouth to feed apart from my own.
Yeah.
I have a mortgage. I got bills, just like everybody else.
Stop bullshitting.
So, but what I'm trying to say is, even with all those things, I would still quit.
You're wild.
This is what
I don't believe that for 1 second.
That's
not
great.
Just from you, but just anybody that says
okay,
that.
Okay, so then why is Kyrie Irving willing to lose $20 million?
He has millions of dollars. That is a person with millions of dollars. He can literally never work again a day in his life, and he's fine. He has investments. He has all of that, businesses, all that. I'm talking about the people that watch these videos, the regular people, regular lives.
What I'm saying is, you are put in a horrible position. But if you believe that this vaccine will have adverse effects on you in the long term, why would you take it at all? You could be mad. I would be mad. You could protest. I would protest. In fact, if I was put in that position, probably 40 to 50% of my time would be creating public awareness at the position that the government is putting people like me in. I don't knock these people for being vocal about it, but I'm just saying I would make that choice, and it would be to not get vaccinated. And then
we're speaking hypothetical, but this is actually
a
real thing that's happening
right now
in Ontario. Yeah, this is actually a real, just not in long-term care. It hasn't been extended to long-term care.
And by the way, do you think that there's a shortage of staff in hospitals? Like, for what I'm trying to say is, like, if you just finished school, right? Like, you're an RN now, like, you could work. Do you think you'd have a hard time finding a job? I don't know. I don't know. Yeah.
If you're a brand new nurse, I don't know about hospitals, but I know that I've just heard about a lot of people either getting fired or quitting. My aunt works in a hospital, and I had a conversation with her. I can tell you how that went. So I asked her what it was like, because she got the vaccine, not because she wanted to, but because she wanted to keep her job, which is also why I wanted to talk about this. I had a conversation with her on the phone. It was painful to listen to. because she was so sad and devastated that she had to make this decision. But she has a mortgage to pay. She has a family to take care of. She has bills to pay. And she went to school to become this position at the job. I'm not going to say what hospital or what her position is. I don't want to give any of that away, obviously. But she works at a hospital. She went to school for years to get this position.
Yeah,
so she can't
easy.
just up and leave and
guess,
go find, because you can't go to another hospital. It's the same thing at another hospital.
I guess what I'm saying is the scenario that you painted was the vaccine just came out. I need time. So what I'm saying is, since I don't know enough, I will take my leave, work wherever I got to work, do whatever I got to do. Time goes by, months go by, hell, and maybe even a year. Am I now comfortable with the information that has come out in regards to the vaccine? I know I was. That's why I got it. Get my vaccine. That's why I asked you. Is it hard for an RN to get a job right now? Because if it's not, I'm now vaccinated. I went to school. I have X amount of years behind me, and I'm vaccinated right back into the workforce. I'm not speaking to your aunt. I'm not even speaking to anybody out there watching. Just because I laid out a little bit of my situation, other people's situations are different. People could have 2 mortgages they're paying for. They can have kids in college, kids in university. They can have a sick whatever. They can have way more on the plate that I could never even imagine.
Here's the thing that I'm getting at, because you're saying they're giving them a choice, and I'm telling you that they're not giving them a choice.
Yes,
and I'm
there is a choice.
Okay, so can I finish my story then? Let me finish my story, and I'll explain to you exactly why there's no choice. Okay, so she decided that she was not, at first, that she did not want to get it. Obviously, this was a recent vaccination that she got. Well, it's not obvious, but it's a recent vaccination that she got. She said the reason that she got it is because they started cutting her shifts. They started switching when she was working and who she was working with. They kept moving her around and making her job very uncomfortable. This part is understandable, but they made her have to get tested on a regular basis, which is totally justifiable. I get all that stuff, but they made her life extremely uncomfortable working at that hospital, because she made the choice, like you said, she had a choice, right? She made the choice to not get the vaccine at that time. So they made the choice to make her life very uncomfortable. It's not a choice at that point. That's not a choice. That is you being forced systemically to make a decision. That's exactly what that is. So when you instill all these things into the workforce, when you instill vaccine passports, when you instill differences of how people are treated at their job when they're vaccinated and not vaccinated, when you instill fines for businesses, when you want to incorporate certain things, that is no longer a choice. Okay, and that's what I want to highlight to you and anybody else that feels the same way you feel. That is not a choice, no matter how you want to phrase it. That is them systemically making a decision for you. Okay, and that's not right. That's not right.
So to be clear, I never said it was right. I'm pretty sure that was
no, but you no. But you said that they had a choice, and I'm telling you there is no choice.
And I'm still telling you not your
There's no choice.
I'm still telling you,
people
have a choice. You have a choice. You could either quit or deal with
a difficult life,
or deal with all the things you just highlighted. That is a choice. Listen, you do understand a choice requires choice. You do understand a choice requires 2 options, right?
2 opposite sides usually, though, not 2 sides that lead towards the same direction.
What are you talking about?
A choice is a yes or a no, heads or tails, up or down,
yes,
left or right.
So the choice is either
make a decision,
here,
not make a decision
or not.
You don't want, not make a decision you don't want, or live a life you don't want. That's what it is.
You know what you're describing? You're making it sound like this is rape. Because rape is not a choice. You're making it sound like rape. I'm going to rape you with this vaccine.
You said that. That.
But that's what you're making it sound like.
All I'm saying,
that's what you're making
rape
it
is not a
like.
choice either. Rape is not a choice either.
Rape is not.
If you want to make it go super, you want to make it go super extreme. Here is the difference.
Here is the difference. Rape is not a choice. Whether you get vaccinated or not, that is a choice. It's a horrible choice that you have to make. And I feel really, really bad for your aunt that she had to go through all of those things. Nobody should ever have to go through those things. But that is the choice that that her employer, anybody else watching, that is the choice that your employer is giving you. We're going to either make you feel like shit at this job that you've worked at forever and been super loyal to and amazing at, by the way, or get vaccinated. And or choice, just not a good one.
Well, I'm just going to end off by saying something that I saw that was very interesting. That you could take it either way, but it's just like, it's as simple as this. If this was a real pandemic, a real crisis, I don't think they would be finding ways to get rid of healthcare and long-term care workers. I would think they would be trying to find ways to get more. But I'm not a professional. This is not medical advice. I'm not a doctor.
I was about to say that.
I know you were. Let me get it out. Let me say it this time. I never get to say it. So this is not medical advice, but I feel like we're doing the opposite of what you would be doing in a very serious pandemic. Getting rid of the people that can help.
Viewing public, what are your thoughts here? Leave it in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Do you think this is a choice? What is the definition of a choice? This
is a great discussion.
Can somebody Google that for us and put that?
I really hope Deuce Gang, please leave some comments.
In fact, what I'll do, I'll take it a step further. I will Google the definition of a choice and I will pin it. It'll be the pinned comment. So Good. You guys can then make your comments based on that. Okay, it is time to go. And if you're not vaccinated, social distance.
Sound like Mr. Rogers.
Wear a mask, and yeah, that's kind of all I got. Deuces. All right. Okay.
Yo, thanks for watching that video, making it all the way to the end. You made it this far, you have to like. Please subscribe and comment on the video as well. Join the conversation.
Absolutely. We finally hit our goal of 500 subscribers. Yes, we are trying to get to 1,000. And we can only do that with your help. You can start by watching that next video. You see that tiny little icon? Click on that icon, rinse and repeat. Deuces.
Deuce.